some happy videos that I've posted, mainly of the kids, but in general, most of the videos that I end up actually uploading on the internet are negative because they are addressing things that I have issues with. And I just think that I don't really, right now, I guess because, it's more newsworthy when people post negative things. And I guess it feels kind of arrogant to post something where I'm just overjoyed or something, because unless, like my pregnancy videos, that's different. That was a big event. But just where I'm reminiscing on what I love about my life, or when I just acknowledge currently what's going on. And I just feel like sometimes it's kind of conceited for me to do, because I know that there are a lot of people who are going through problems, and there's a lot of suffering in the world, and it just feels kind of like I have a real problem with allowing myself to feel joy, because it's always alert in my head of all of the pain that many people are going through every single day. But right now, I feel like I have to give the credit where it's due for my husband and my children and how my life has changed, because I'm not going to go into detail, and it has nothing to do, there was nothing in my past that I brought upon myself. Like I didn't get into drugs, and I wasn't like promiscuous or anything like that. It is just, there were things that happened in my life that left me in some pretty bad decisions where I didn't really have many options. And my husband, as soon as I met him, as soon as he came into my life, he made everything better. And he is seriously not just husband, he is one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's one of the most accepting, tolerable, and I don't mean like he's a pushover or a doormat or anything like that, because he's not. He will stand his ground, and he's very intimidating in that way, and in the end he does what he wants, and he doesn't let anybody boss him around. That's not what I'm saying. When I say accepting and tolerant, I'm saying like he's got so much patience, and he's so objective. When he meets somebody, he doesn't care about what anybody says about them. He just bases things on his own observations, and he's got such an open heart, and he just thinks about everybody before he thinks about himself. But he thinks of himself too in a way where he takes care of himself well, and he's just got such a nice balance. Most people don't know how to use moderation in every part of their life, but my husband does. He just, I can't even put it into words. He's very thoughtful, and he never really is mad. I mean, of course he gets mad sometimes, but he never loses it. There's the phrase, I've lost my mind, or I had a breakdown, or I went crazy. I think most of us can say that. We feel that way sometimes. He never snaps. He never allows himself to get to that point. He's always considerate of how it might affect the people around him. He always apologizes, even when I don't think he needs to. He's just, he is an example of how everybody should be, really. And, we all have our moments. He's had his moments. But his moments are like, I can't even really recall them in my head, because that's how, not a big deal they were. And my kids, my son, he is, I say mature in the sense that he, unlike most 4-year-olds, he would rather hang around adults, even if it's just sitting down and staring at a wall. He enjoys the company of an adult because he can have all of his questions answered. He is such a curious little boy. He wants to know the answer to everything, which I love. He is never satisfied with not knowing. He has to know. And he picks up on things so quickly. He's so musical. The water can be dripping out of a drain, and he will find a beat, a rhythm of that water dripping. And he's just so colorful with his approach to life. There's something that's always, everything has something beautiful about it, which is such a wonderful way to look at life. To Ryder, to my son, everything has some unique feature about it. He can find that about everything. Once again, with my son, I can't put it really into words. He is just the most appreciative, exciting, always happy. He was that way as a baby too. Everybody who saw him as a baby, my sisters could both, hold on one second, he's calling me. Yes? Okay, I'll be there in just a minute, okay? I'll be there in just a minute. Okay, give me just a minute. But yeah, he is always excited. When he was a baby, he never cried. That probably sounds crazy. The only time I can remember him crying was like briefly every day for like maybe like a minute, and that was only when he wanted a refill of booby milk. So yeah, he never was one of those babies to just cry just to cry. And neither is my daughter. Now, to my daughter, she is such a spunky yet gentle, determined, just affectionate. She's also curious. She also, everything is, what is that? What is that? What is that? Everything. She wants to know what it is. She loves water. She loves touching water. She loves being around water. And she loves fashion, which, you know, go figure, she's a little girl. But I can't say that. My son likes fashion too. She loves the colors pink and purple, which that's my son's favorite colors. His favorite colors are pink, purple, and orange. Orange is his top favorite color. And my girl loves to sing. She loves to sing. She loves to sing. She too finds rhythm in any kind of sound, repetitive sound. Forgive me that I keep playing with my hair. It's just like I do the same thing when I'm on the phone. It's just like a nervous habit whenever I'm talking to a camera lens, I guess. But yeah, the best feeling in the world, and I'm not trying to like you know, condone people to just go out and procreate and make babies, because not everybody needs to right now, but the best feeling in the world is having your own family, like your own, the dynamic of children and a husband, or if you're a gay couple, you know, whatever, just that family dynamic. And I'm not talking about like your mom and dad and cousins, which, you know, that's nice too. I'm just talking about that cozy, the family that you kind of bound together, that you created as a couple and as a parent together when you resort to your home at night, which I know not everybody has a home, but see, this is why it makes me feel bad to make videos like this, but when everybody just gets together, and it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can be sitting at just sitting down at a table and doing nothing. You can just be fiddling with a pen, and it's just that feeling of togetherness that it's so content and relaxing to just be around people. Be around people who you know love you unconditionally, and that probably sounds so cliche, but that's not something that my sisters and I are used to. So that feeling is, I wake up happy. Even if I'm on no sleep and I'm really grumpy and I am too lazy to even want to get out of bed, there's this happiness in my heart, this comfort. And the only thing I can say that's negative about having children is that constant fear that something could happen to them and your husband. The constant fear. Like even today, I scheduled swimming lessons because for my son, because I just thought, you know, he's at that age now, and I don't trust him near body water. He gets too excited. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Like that. There's just always that fear, which you don't have. Sometimes I miss that just carefree mentality that I had before kids. But you know, of course, I don't miss it too much. I would much rather have my children. I'm just saying that you never feel. There's always a sense of paranoia. Always when you have kids. Which I guess anything is going to have a negative. But yeah, I just had to address something good, something great, something that I don't ever want to change, something I don't ever want to leave me or my life. Ever. I love my husband and kids so much, and I center my entire day around when my husband's going to get home from work and when my children wake up from their naps, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I hope that everybody else, if my life was seriously, literally, not figuratively, literally in the ditch, okay, my life. So use your imagination with that one, and you can kind of imagine what I'm talking about. If my life could go from that to what it is now overnight, and yeah, okay, we're all staying in one room. That's probably not very conventional, not very ethical, not very convenient. It has its annoyingness, but I have toiletries. I can depend on having food and toiletries, and I can take care of little lives and teach them things and make them confident and happy and feed them and nourish them, and I just love it. And sorry, I had to go through my camera and delete most of the stuff that was in it because I didn't have enough memory left to finish this video. But yeah, I was just going to say that if you're feeling sad or hopeless or helpless or just completely unmotivated, which I think we all do sometimes if we're humbled at all, then think of how my life changed, and so many people's lives changed for the better every day, and let it be an example. Try to think about what can bloom. And I'm gonna cut this video off now because I don't want to be cut off again, but yeah, I hope that your day is full of sunshine and pretty weeds and flowers and jumpy trampolines and giggles like my day was today, and that you go to bed feeling nice and that you wake up feeling nice. And yeah, I don't really have any eloquent, unique way to say that other than simply like that. So yeah, thank you for watching.